Hey, welcome back. We're on law number 2, Robert Greene's power. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Be wary of friends. They will betray you more quickly, for they are easily aroused to envy. They also become spoiled and tyrannical. But hire a former enemy, and he will be more loyal than a friend, because he has more to prove. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them. Well, I'm sure that's brought some stuff up for many of you. It certainly did for me too. So, we need to be aware that Robert Greene is using particularly emotive language like friends and enemies. But let's think about this. The first thing that came to mind with this for me is something I teach on my seminars around sharing your goals. So I think a lot of people share their goals too freely, too willingly, and they share them with friends. I'm not saying these people aren't friends, but they share them with friends. And quite often, if you have really big goals, many of your friends might find your goals challenging and threatening. And either consciously or unconsciously, they may not support you. And one of my learnings in life is that anything less than 100% support is sabotage. So if they're not 100% supporting you, they're in a way sabotaging you. Even if your own unconscious mind picks up that they don't believe you can do it, for instance. Equally, they might not actually want you to achieve it, because the more you achieve, the more you show other people up. The more results you get, the more reasons and excuses you show up for the people around you. So that's the first take on this. Also, the friends and enemies thing. There's only one way of actually having everybody like you, and that's kind of like really not to stand for anything. If you have a distinct point of view and you're willing to share that with people, there are people that won't like that, and there are people that do like it. In the values level these laws fit into, those would become your friends or your enemies. I think, once you rise to a particular level and you can see the person being separate from their opinions, you can like the person even though you don't like their opinion. And that's not where the majority of people in the world are at this point in time. It's not where the majority of people in business and your career are at this particular point in time. So that's my personal take on this. As far as being careful around friends, and also being aware that you will have enemies. And that doesn't mean to say that you can't benefit from enemies. Rise above the whole thing about friends and enemies, so you can spot these people and then work out what their intention is, work out what their agenda is, and then actually use it to claim your own power. Law number 2, never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies.